What's up, world? It's your boy B to the C, back again with another movie review. This time we checking out brand new Marvel film, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This is brought to you by The Grind Calls, where we answer the call to bring you pop culture positivity. You can find us on all social media at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We celebrating for you the things that we all enjoy. We're not talking trash, we're celebrating. So what's up? We're going to talk Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and this is a spoiler review. Alright? So if you have not seen it, you need to go see it right now. Alright? We ain't got time to do all that. You know, go see the movie, come back, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and then come back and finish, because I'm going to tell you everything that happens. How professional can you be with your phone vibrating in the middle of the review? That's my bad. So, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is out now. It is crazy, it is over the top, and it is a lot of fun. You know, this movie really wasn't even on my most anticipated list. I was kind of thinking, okay, well, it's going to be like Doctor Strange, which is a good movie, kind of mid-tier. I'm not really worried about it. And then the Super Bowl hit, and Professor X hit. And I was like, oh, this is going to be something special. So I got all super excited, and it became my most anticipated of the year. I did my Doctor Strange rewatch was going to be like Doctor Strange, Infinity War, Endgame, and then WandaVision. That was going to be and Loki. That was going to be my rewatch. Well, then when Professor X showed up, dude, I went all in, man. I threw in the X-Men movies. I threw in the Fantastic Four movies. I threw in Ghost Rider. I threw in Cloak and Dagger. I threw in The Runaways, some episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Inhumans, Shang-Chi. You know, I threw in a lot of... I made this a full MCU rewatch almost, and I rewatched a lot of stuff, man, leading up to it, and it really made my enjoyment of the film a little stronger, because it did give a lot of extra backstory, because the Darkhold is in a lot of different places, and you get to see the Darkhold in this movie. You see it in WandaVision, it's in Runaways, it's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, you know, I got to see a lot more, and it really enhances the story a little bit. It's not something that you need to go do, but for me, it really does enhance that story. It makes it a lot more fun. It makes the hype going into it good. But then the problem comes is I kind of hyped myself up too much. I thought this movie was going to be cameos galore. They're just going to throw cameos at the screen like crazy. But that's not what we did. There's one scene with cameos, and that scene is really good, and we're going to get to it here in a little bit. But that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is fine. You know, we need to learn to speculate responsibly and not judge movies on what we thought they were going to be, but what they are. And that is a problem that a lot of us, you know, deal with, and I do it all the time. I hype myself up at thanking for something, and then that doesn't happen. But I do my best to separate, well, you know, this didn't happen, which is what I thought was going to happen. I'm not mad about that, because that's just what was in my head. I'm not the storyteller. I'm taking the story they're giving me, and I'm enjoying it for what it is. Speculate responsibly, as Ken Knapsack says. So, anyway, in this movie, the multiverse is going crazy because Wanda is out there trying to get this girl, America Chavez, who has the power to go through multiverses, so that she can go to another universe and find her kids and be with them. And let me tell you something. Wanda is she's a monster in this, and it is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I think that Elizabeth Olsen kind of deserves the best supporting actress nomination. Like I think she deserves it, and I think it would be really cool to see her get one, because she is really good in this. You feel every heartbreak, every moment, everything that she's going through. You kind of feel it, and while you're like, oh, you are really evil right now, but I feel you. It's not like Thanos, where like, yeah, that makes sense. I get it. You're like, oh, I feel for you because you're a mom and you want your kids, but oh, you're murdering. You're murdering a lot. The body count in this, they kill a lot of people in Avengers. Like you know, cities get destroyed, people die. Same thing with Infinity War, all that. Body count in Multiverse of Madness is pretty high and gruesome, and you got to thank Sam Raimi for that. Sam Raimi steps in as director that's taking over for Scott Derrickson, and he definitely brings that Sam Raimi feel to it. This is 100% a Sam Raimi movie. Not something that I'm really used to in the MCU, and not something that in the past that I've really enjoyed. The only other one that really has that director's stamp, where they's kind of just hitting you over the head with his stamp, is Iron Man 3, because that is 100% a Shane Black film. And I actually look at it more of a Shane Black film than I do an MCU film. And that's how this one is kind of a Sam Raimi film. I mean, it's in the MCU, but you know what I'm saying. You get it, right? You get it. You know. You get it. Right? But unlike Iron Man 3, this is actually a really fun film. And Sam Raimi does a good job of blending his style into the MCU. I think, personally. It does definitely stand out with a different feel, but it works. Rachel McAdams is back as Christine Palmer, and it seems like we're wrapping up the love story of Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer, which I think makes sense, and works, because she's really underutilized in these films. So we need to find something to do with her that really works, because she's just kind of there. And, you know, some people are praising her in this film because she does have a lot more to do in this one than she does the other one. But still, I kind of just feel like she's just there to word vomit exposition to us. And that's the part where I kind of go, well, I don't really need that from her. It's kind of pointless, but all right, I get it. You know, whatever. America Chavez, I can't say her name. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's very weird. Maybe it's written here. The hope is I went back in post-production and put it like right here. Like, you know, there. There it is. America Chavez. You know, that's the hope. Did I do it? All right, hopefully I did. But she's a G. I cannot wait to see more of her in this universe. She's going to be a really fun character to see. And, you know, we're getting real close to having a lot of young Avengers kind of characters in there. We're getting Stature. We already have Kate Bishop, Wanda's boys. So, you know, now we have America Chavez. Like, we're building a team of young Avengers. So the question is, are we going to get young Avengers, or are we going to get X-Men first? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see there. Speaking of the X-Men, cameo time. Alright, so this was a really cool scene, and while I thought it was going to be more of the movie, this was just a dope scene. We get Professor X in the OG yellow hovercraft wheelchair, and it was dope as shit. John Krasinski is there as Mr. Fantastic, which is awesome. We get a Captain Marvel as part of the Illuminati, but it's not the Captain Marvel we know. It's not Carol Danvers. It's Monica Rambeau or Maria Rambeau. The mom. I forget which one's the mom. Monica or Maria. One of them. But it's not Carol Danvers. And then we get Black Bolt, played once again by Anson Mount. I have never actually finished Inhumans until now. Like, I watched it leading up to Doctor Strange for the first time, and it was really cool that Anson Mount comes back and he gets the full Black Bolt costume, like the actual Black Bolt costume. That worked really well. And then, of course, we also have Baron Mordo. However, that's not our Baron Mordo, which I think is strange that they did, because he's a different universe as Baron Mordo. And Peggy Carter. We'll get to Peggy Carter. But you know, the last Doctor Strange movie really left off with us. Okay, Baron Mordo's going to be the bad guy now. I can't wait to go into this. And we don't get into that because this is a different Baron Mordo. This is a Baron Mordo that's not, you know, going around trying to take away magic from people. This is just another universe's Illuminati's Baron Mordo. So, and that was kind of a letdown. I really wanted to see him and Strange really go at it. But then we also get Peggy Carter as Captain Carter, and Haley Atwell's back, and it was so cool to see. And you're like, this is awesome. Look at all these characters. And then Wanda murders them all. Like that. A lot of people are mad about that. I didn't really care. I thought it was an awesome scene, so I was all on board with it. But people are saying that, you know, people are mad that, like, you just introduce him and kill him. Yeah, that sucks. But it's another universe, so whatever. I do think she had a little too easy of a time with some of them, especially Captain Marvel. But, okay, is what it is. We get some awesome Sam Raimi murders here. It was sick, it was crazy, and it just sets Wanda off as the supervillain that she truly is. I really wish, you know, in that scene we would have got something from Professor X, you know, hinting toward her lineage with Magneto or something, but we don't get anything, so, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so this is where we really go, okay, Wanda is murking fools, and this is bad. So Strange, you know, he ends up having to sleepwalk, which is kind of go into a body in another universe, and he ends up taking up a dead Doctor Strange that was left behind. And so that's where we get the zombie Strange. It's not the what if zombie Strange, and the evil Strange is not the what if evil Strange, which I really thought that's what we were going to go with. We were really going to focus on those what if characters, but we didn't at all. So, you know, negative wise, I do have a few issues with the movie. Like, I definitely think the biggest problem with it was, you know, COVID. This film was supposed to come out before No Way Home, and I think that it really would have fit better. Now, they kind of revamped it to make it fit after No Way Home, because there is a line in there where they're talking about the multiverse, and, you know, Strange is like, yeah, and we had this thing with Spider-Man, you know, a while back. And it's just a throwaway line. I think you could have just kept that out and then had this technically take place before No Way Home, and it would have been a much better fit, because it truly is a sequel to Endgame and WandaVision, not so much a sequel to No Way Home or Doctor Strange 2. So, going forward, I don't know where we're going to go with the multiverse, because I thought this was really going to continue on the story of No Way Home. But it's really continuing on WandaVerse and Endgame, because you're dealing with Wanda wanting to get her kids back, and you're dealing with Strange having to deal with the repercussions of what he did in Infinity War. Giving away the Time Stone. Now, they focus on it a little bit, but not enough. That's a much more interesting story than the actual story they give us in this. I would have loved to see more of the consequences of him giving away the stone. And I think if we been able to get this before No Way Home, that's kind of what we would have done. But because of COVID, I think they had to swap some things, change a bunch of stuff, and this is where we end up. Which sucks, but it still worked. It's still a very fun film. It just has its issues. It has its, you know, moments that you're like, well, okay, cool. And the story is a little lackluster. There's just some cool things that happen in it to kind of put it up. And I think this movie is fun if you go into it expecting to have fun. And I think it kind of is middle tier Marvel, which is not a bad thing. We're at 28 films now. Not everything is going to be, you know, the best of the best. Sometimes you have to have a calmer film to reset the palette so we can start building back up again to something awesome. And we just came off of an incredible No Way Home. So you kind of have to lower things a little. And I think this will probably fit, you know, in my rankings, somewhere between 20 and 15. So it's still in the top 20 of the MCU, but it's definitely, you know, not the absolute best. So, but it still is a lot of fun. I really think there's only 2, maybe 3 bad movies in the MCU. And even those movies, I still enjoy watching. So, you know, is what it is. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. Benedict Cumberbatch, you know, he does great in it. He's kind of the side character. It really is more of America Chavez's movie. It's kind of like Infinity War was Thanos' movie with the Avengers. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is America Chavez's movie with Doctor Strange. I think the title could have been different too now that I say Multiverse of Madness, because it's not a lot of madness and there's not a lot of multiverse. We go to like 2, maybe 3 multiverses, and there's only madness in one of them. So, but anyway, I did really enjoy it, and you know, when we're scoring Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I mean, it's pretty simple. Sit down. We watching. Can y'all hear that? My roommate's parents are here. They're outside jamming out some music. Good people. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that or not. This might be clipped out. There is a post-credit scene with Charlize Theron showing up as Clea, coming from the dark dimension, and we need Doctor Strange and the Third Eye, because he had to use the Darkhold to go to the dark dimension. I think this is setting up more of Doctor Strange 3 rather than more MCU films. And the second post-credit scene was definitely nothing more than a joke scene with Bruce Campbell, which was great. It was good to see Bruce Campbell in there. That's awesome. But I really wanted something showing us the rest of the MCU. What about the mutants? What about the Fantastic Four? Yeah, we've seen them in here, but how are we getting them into 616, our universe? That's what I want to see. That's what I'm worried about. Now, I maybe will have to wait till Quantumania now to see, but we'll have to find out. Anyway, what did you guys think of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? Get down in the comments, not comics. You don't have to write me a comic. Get down in the comments. Let me know your favorite part. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Were you disappointed by the lack of cameos? You know, I call it a lack of cameos because I'm not lying to you. I was expecting Nick Cage to show up, Ben Affleck to show up. I thought Chris Evans was going to be there as Human Torch. Hugh Jackman was going to show up. I thought a post-credit scene was going to be Deadpool stepping through one of Strange's portals. Like, I was over the top with the cameos. What about you? Anyway, get down in those comments. Let me know. Big things are happening. I know it's been a minute since you guys have seen me here. Honestly, I've been super lazy. Depression been getting a hold of me, and I don't ever want to get out of bed. So it's been very difficult to actually do things. But I'm trying to get stronger. I'm trying to get better. And I got big things happening. All right, I'm going to have an announcement here in the next couple weeks of something big. I'm really excited about it. I haven't been as excited about something in a really long time, so I can't wait for you guys to share this adventure with me. Anyway, follow us on all social media at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to check out thegrindcalls.com for all your pop culture positivity, because we answer in that call to celebrate the things that we love. Until next time, guys. Answer the call. Come on. You can do it.